Up on a housetop, hip hip ho, down comes old ho ho ho. Who would know? Okay, guys, how's everybody doing? Oh, there ain't nobody in here. You gotta get me some coffee. Checking things out. Hi, Edna. Hi, Lily J. Good evening, everyone. Boy, today was chilly. Uh, yeah, we went to the school and did the play with the kids. That was good. Uh, I did a live today telling everybody we got Sissy, Case, and can't remember the other guy. I'll think of it here in a minute. But there's a video on it. You guys can go back and watch it. So the community stuff's doing really well. Uh, yeah. I don't know where Best Blue Moon is. There she comes. Rob Vet. Yeah. Yeah, I got a letter from him today for her. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link. Yeah, it's just working real good tonight. Working real good tonight. Thought I'd drop the link a little bit earlier. But anyway, it's cloudy and cold. Uh, by the way they talk, they seem like the weather's gonna get real bad this week. So if you got wood to get in, you better get it in because they're saying we're supposed to get a lot of snow this week. I know it's raining out there right now, like misting. So anybody know anything? Any information? Or how was your guys' day? I know I had a good day. Got a lot done. I got a few things to do tomorrow. Uh Last night I thought we had a pretty good show. Uh but yeah, I think it's going pretty good. Uh I think Dawn's supposed to come on tonight. Miss Blue Moon's gonna probably come up, talk about Alicia. Uh, like I said, it's starting to pick up a little bit of traffic for Alicia. I think we're doing a good job. Uh, I better get in the back room and look, see who's back there. Nobody. That's good. I don't see nobody back there. Chat ain't moving now. Yeah, me and Edna had a good day today. Mm, Oh, we got 4 people in here. We got Lily, Jay, Edna, me, Pink Tiffany. There's a few of us in here. Today's been a really slow day. Uh, yeah, I kind of kept my eyes open today and looked a little bit of stuff, but uh, somewhere I seen they was getting a tornado, but I can't remember where it was. Maybe it was Louisiana or somewhere. I'm not sure. Uh, yeah, they're saying I think it was Louisiana. Uh, but they said there's a lot of storms on their way this week. They said, what are they going to do? Freeze us out? I better go to the back room. Nope, ain't nobody back there. Yeah, I know. I seen Alicia's brother and them at the store today. Said Alicia's really excited for the 22nd. I think I'm probably more excited than she is. Mm, weather here is about, I think it's about 40 here. I don't know what the weather is everywhere else. Mm, trying to think if there's anything else. I thought somebody was going to come up here. Mm, maybe I'll click chat on it and see. I don't see anybody in the background. Yeah, yeah, I figured maybe tomorrow, probably Friday, Alicia will probably get a lot of packages. Right now she got 2 cards and 2 boxes and what me and Edna got her. So that's more than she had before. Uh, but I figure maybe Thursday or Friday, she'll get probably more. Yeah, we're just a small channel, so we can only do so much. And I think what we do for her, it's going to be exciting. That's more than she had. I tell you what, the greenhouse is pretty good. It's almost 60 in here right now when it's 40 outside. I'm going to see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, Miss Blue Moon, you need to come up here and sing some Christmas music. Hmm. Has anybody seen anything that popped out in the news today? It was on Twitter or somewhere. I know there's a lot of information dropped there. Uh, I still ain't heard what was going on in D.C. yet. Mm, I better go to the back room again. Nope, nobody back here. Uh, yeah, the chat just completely quit moving now. But that's okay. Yeah, Rob and Sissy K's box came today, so thank them. Urbans, and we got a few of them, but they're coming in real slow. I go back to the back room in case somebody wants to come up here. Maybe I'll drop the link again. I think it's funny how this link just dropped so easy. Dropping easy tonight. It must got better service. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was last night. Cause it Miss Blue Moon Edna came up in Dawn, so I don't know what the deal was that with. But it seems like it's working. I know it drops easy enough. Yeah, it's a wonder I didn't see Sissy K come in. Let her know we got her box. I ain't really had time today. I had to go tag some animals and mess with the turkeys and stuff and do the school stuff and start getting wood in. Uh, but I ain't even seen Tea Leaf for a few days. She must be working through the day or evening. But, yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to come up here. I had a couple people who's wanting to come up, see if they had anything. Well, Miss Blue Moon, is the link working or not? Yeah, I see it there. Get any slower, I have to go get my guitar and sit out here and strum that thing. Yeah, I see. I talked to Urban a little bit today. Uh, I better get back in the back room, but there ain't nobody back there. Yeah, I was just trying to see what you guys are talking about up there at the top. Just flipping back and forth. This says I'm gonna wear the phone out. It's hard for me to stay focused on one thing. She keeps saying, "Focus, Larry, focus." Yeah, I sent some cards out the other day to a few people, a couple other things. I know they was telling me, said, you better get your mail out this week 'cause they won't arrive on Christmas. So this is last week. Stuff will. If you don't have it out this week, it won't make it there for Christmas. So if you got any gifts to send out, you better get them out. Hey, me and Edna did that today. We went Christmas shopping. There's Miss Blue Moon.
Hola, Larry.
Hi, Miss Blue Moon.
And how are
She just
you
turned
today,
up.
sir?
Huh?
How are you today?
Pretty good. Can't hardly hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't saying anything. So what'd you do today?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Just stayed busy. That always makes the day better if you stay busy.
Yeah, it goes quicker, that's for sure.
I'm going to turn my face off of here so I can scoot up to the camera. So you got anything?
No, I'm on vacation, Larry.
Huh?
No, I'm on vacation.
Oh, you're on vacation? That'd be nice. At least
Yeah,
somebody's on vacation right now. But you'd have to go to Florida or somewhere where it's warm.
that's exactly where I am, Larry.
Oh, that'd be nice. You know, it's
Of course,
cold
I'm going
here.
to
At
go where
least,
it's warmer.
uh, they said in Florida it's around 80s down there.
Well, they're telling you the truth.
Yeah, I don't understand why I can't hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn my volume up.
And I got you turned up.
Okay, can you hear me now, Larry?
Yeah, it's a little better. At
Seriously?
least you're coming in clear. Don't hear you.
Oh,
You
sorry,
still there?
Larry. Are you there?
Huh?
Yes, I'm here. I do apologize. I had a phone call on line 3.
Oh, okay.
I had to take that call, and your guest says they will be along shortly. They are still trying to set up, what we were talking about. I told you.
Uh, yeah, I don't really got that much information. Like I said, I heard there was a tornado or something going through Louisiana or something.
That's what I heard. And they didn't use the word going through, lady and gentlemen. They used the word rip through. I'm not sure of the location. You could check your local weather. You could check your weather app and do some research and find out. But I am not sure. But that is what I heard. And Edna said, get your hearing aid, Larry.
No, I think it's something to do with the stream. I got it full blast. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Oh, I don't know.
Is this the
I can hear
same
you if I
stream
put.
we always use?
Yeah, if I can hear you real good if I put my ear up to the phone.
Well, I can't see you.
Huh?
I can't see you, Larry.
That's better. I just didn't want you to be sitting too close to the screen.
So you're just joking, Larry?
No, I ain't joking.
You can't hear me?
No, I can hear you, but barely.
Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn it full blast, and if I blow the
Turn full
speaker,
blast.
you'll know why.
Yeah, turn it full blast. I got mine full blast.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you loud and
All
clear.
right. People in the chat, please forgive me. Larry apparently got water in his ears today. I'm gonna have to holler. Edna said I made her go deaf, Larry.
Oh, well, I can't hear you.
Well, I can't see you, so we're
Well,
even.
I have to keep my screen off right now
Why?
so I can get closer to the screen to hear. Is that funny?
No, not really.
Okay.
We're gonna have to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that.
Because when your guests come on here, they're not gonna want to holler.
Well, maybe it's your phone or, my phone, but mine's full blast.
Larry, it's the same thing I talk to you on every night. Hey, you stop. Don't you
What'd
know
you
that
say?
drops down and lets me know when you mute me?
What?
And then Larry's muting me.
No, I was trying to figure out what was wrong with your speaker.
Okay, I'm gonna
Can't,
go out and I'll come back in.
long as everybody else can hear you, that's fine. Can
Okay,
everybody else
Larry.
hear you?
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Uh, yeah, I can't tell if you guys can hear or what it is, but we'll see if she's any better when she comes back. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I'm right outside and there she comes back. So the link's definitely working.
Okay, can you hear me now, Larry?
Yeah.
Is it better?
I don't know. I don't know if Edna can hear you or not.
And then Larry's giving me a hard time.
No, he ain't.
And they hit the link. And let's see if we can hear you. That's hard on my voice, Larry.
I got you full blast.
I've got my volume turned up all the way.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
See, Larry, everybody can hear me really well. It's you.
Okay, well, go ahead and talk. You know, I can hear you, but I just got to sit close for a few minutes.
Okay, we'll refresh your page.
Well, you better stay here because it'll crash.
I'm not going to go nowhere, Larry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Larry P. Show. Our host has stepped away momentarily. He will be back in moments. In the meantime, what would you girls like to talk about tonight? Would you like to talk about sewing, baking, cooking, men, babies, Black Watch? Good to see you. So happy you're here. Irvin, thank you. He's making me holler. Look, I almost don't have a voice now. I think he's messing with me, saying he can't hear me. Oh, hi, Larry.
That's better.
Ladies and gentlemen, our host is back. Black Watch is looking for girls.
Hi, Black Watch.
Irvin's here too. He said, "Stop picking on me, Larry."
Oh, you're crystal clear, so it was on my side.
Oh my goodness.
You told me it was probably on my side.
Okay, so that lets you know in the morning when you call me, and I'm like, Larry. You'll know you heard my voice tonight. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to business. Is everyone ready? Okay, here we go. For those of you that are new to the show, or just joining us, or seeing this on the replay, to the ones that are here every night, we appreciate you and we love you. We love our little community we've built here, and we love each and every one of you that show up. And you know who you are. Black Watch said, plead the fifth, Larry. That's the way it's going to work out for you. Okay, so we have gotten us a angel for Christmas. Larry and Edna knows of her from their community, and we decided that we were going to do a show for her and try to raise a lot of love and hope and care. Larry, are you making faces at me now?
No, you cut out and then you came back on. You're good. Go.
Okay, so Larry has videos on his page. You can meet Alicia. She is our angel. And you can see everything that we have done up to this point. Okay, we are asking that if you can share it, if you can help, or you just have it on your heart to help Alicia have a blessed, beautiful Christmas, we ask that you send a Walmart gift card in the mail to Larry's address, or you may say whatever makes your heart happy. The reason for the Walmart gift card is to move Alicia in and to be able to take her shopping, they have to use a hoist. So we're trying to make it, a few stops as possible. That way there's no real wear and tear on her. Okay, and she wants a Walmart and any gift cards that or anything that she gets in the mail like that, Larry and Anna is going to go over on the 22nd. So we ask that all donations, all gifts, anything that you send be in by the 22nd, because they're going over on the morning of the 22nd. They're going to let her open all her gifts. After that, they're going to do it live. That way everybody can see. Larry and Edna will call out the names of people who have sent in gifts. And remember, remember, we respect your privacy. So if you don't want your name on it, you could put from Santa. We can use your first name, not your last. We could say it however you want it to be said. We respect your privacy. Okay. So then, after she opens all her gifts and gets her money cards and stuff together, they are going to transport her from the house to the van, to Walmart, to her chair. They're going to take her into Walmart and let her shop. And she's going to buy whatever she wants. And Larry's going to do a live, and we're going to get to watch her shop with the gifts that were sent to her with her Walmart gift cards. And then after that, Larry and Edna wanted to know where she wanted to eat, and she could have picked anywhere, and she picked Pizza Hut. She wants to go to Pizza Hut. So Larry will go live inside the Pizza Hut. You can see she's there. Okay? She'll be there in a chair. For those of you non-believers that doubt, okay, understandable. But the proof is in the pudding. The videos are on the page, so you can go watch from A to this point. You can meet her, you can see her. This is real. This is what community looks like. We stand together here. We support each other. We lift each other up. We love each other. We're here for each other. That is community. So, we don't want you to take away from your food. Don't take away from your children. We are asking if you have anything that you could spare, okay? Then if you feel it on your heart, send it to her. If you cannot, and times are hard, and we get that. But if you cannot, you can write her a note. Wish her a Christmas. Just send her a card. Write her a letter. Because it's just her and her mother. Her mother's a single parent. Okay? They are feeling alone. We've all been there and done that. And if you're not, you're blessed. So appreciate those that are less fortunate. That they need to feel the love. They need to know there's people out there. Her mother as well as her. Alicia's only 19 years old. In a wheelchair. Paralyzed from the waist down. And that's a hard place to be. It could be anybody's child. Your sister. It could be anybody. And you would want help. And that's what we're here. That's what we're doing. Bringing communities together. Whether it be one at a time, two at a time, whatever we can do. Larry asked Alicia, what would she want for Christmas? All she asked for was clothes. She's 19 years old, and she asked for clothes. She wears 2X. We are getting her sweat outfits. They're comfortable. She sits. Okay? I mean, girls, we know we would rather sit in a pair of sweats and a pair of jeans all day. So we're just saying, think about it. But sweat outfits, shirts, pajamas, a house coat, anything like that. She loves to do art. She loves to draw. If you're happy, you can send art pads, pastels, charcoal pencils, glitter, glue, anything to do with art. Paints. She loves to paint by numbers. It doesn't take a lot to put a smile on this girl's face. She is precious. Her shoe size is a 10.5. Her sock size is a 9 to 11. And I would have to be honest and say, I know a lot of young kids and stuff, and I would have to say, she's about the only 19-year-old girl that I know that would just ask for clothes and be totally satisfied with that. And this is, Honestly, I'm beginning to take this very personal because the more I watch her, the more I know her. It is just overwhelming. She smiles all the time. She laughs all the time. She's got a beautiful personality. Her situation does not get her down. If there was more people in the world like her, it would be a much better place. There would still be a community. There still would be people and helping each other up and things like that. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good people out there. We have a lot of good people right here in our chat. There's a lot of good people out there that will hear my voice and hear this message. But all we are asking right now is we come together as a community and help this 19-year-old girl have a beautiful Christmas. That's all we're asking. Back to you, Larry. Are you muted, Larry? You're muted.
Yeah, I was muted. Sorry about that. No, she didn't really ask for much, and you're right on that. She just wanted shoes and just clothes, socks, bras, but whatever, the Lord will come through for her, we got a pretty good community here started. Uh, you know, it, I just think it's gonna work out for her. I got the faith for her. And I know it will. Like I said, I see packages coming in. That's why I said everyone I get, I'll come on here and announce who it came from. But that's what I said. We got a lot of nice people. They're really trying to help. And I don't want you guys have to because I took this on myself. But I see there is still good people out there wants the same thing that I want. Community. Be nice to each other. But no, I see it really coming along really well. And today, like the 22nd, when we get over there and you guys see her open this stuff up, you're gonna be like, well, that's the place that I want to be, and that's what I said. This could be a good thing because we're all meeting each other, and I think we all are really trying because we see the situation she's in, and that I don't know if I sat in her shoes, and it just makes me feel like you know God just gave me too much. I what I got. I know I worked for, but I got too much, and I could give a little bit to her, and that's why I said if you can't donate, don't donate. But that was the only reason. I see her in that situation, and I just think, well, I could help her out as much as I could, but I brought her to you guys because I was like, well, maybe somebody else could help her out, just me. And, don't feel like you have to help, but I see you guys are really coming around and trying to make this a good thing and, pulling community together. But I just think it's a good thing.
Larry, that was very
So,
nice of you. But look, we don't want you to feel like you took this on and like you're bringing it to us because you know what? We've been asking you and asking you, Larry, we want to do community. We want to help people. Everybody in your chat, we have all said the same thing. We want to help people. We want to lift each other up. We want the community. It is hard. The economy is going crazy. People are struggling. And if people have somewhere they can reach out to, whether it's just a conversation, just to know that there's somebody out there that cares. Believe me, I know what that feels like. Or they're short on an electric bill or something like that. That's what community does. We stand together and we help each other and we take care of each other. We appreciate UNF bringing Alicia to us. We appreciate it. We want to be part of this. We love that girl. Larry, she's precious inside and out. That girl is precious. And I will forever be grateful to you and Edna for bringing her to us and letting us know her. Because you know what? No matter what is going on in your life, no matter what the storm looks like around you, there's always someone else that's having a heart. So you have got to hit the floor, talking to God, be grateful, be thankful, and know that you are blessed. Because like Alicia, she can't get up and hit the floor and take off for the day and do what she wants to do. She can't. And people whine and they cry and they carry on over materialistic things, or their day's gone bad, or they think they have money, and the list goes on and on and on. That's not what we're about. We are about people helping each other, being there for each other, lifting each other up. Because you know what? That's what matters. Whether it be your neighbor, check on the elderly. It's getting cold, and it's supposed to get a lot colder. Check on the elderly. Make sure they have blankets. Make sure they have a heater. Make sure they're okay. There's all kind of people in the community. If people would just step up and put a hand out, that's all it takes. It's that simple. Okay, I'm sorry, that was a little rant, wasn't it? Okay, back to you, Larry.
It was okay. It was still good, and we get on here. That's what I said. Everybody's probably saying like, you know, you're you're beating a horse. You can't lead them to water, and you know, I gotta try to do my part. I said I'm gonna do my part, and if you got a community thing and you're gonna be community, you just got to do your part. And that's what I said. We can, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't get him to drink. That's, and I just don't want to seem like I'm beating on a drum that nobody can hear, but I can see it working out well. Uh,
Larry, you are
but
not beating on a dead horse. It's like this. Okay, this 19-year-old girl needs help. We've taken it up on ourselves to do it. We're gonna talk and we're gonna talk and we're gonna talk about her every day. And then after Christmas is over, we're gonna keep updates on Alicia. We ain't just gonna help her through Christmas and then just like be done with her.
oh no,
We're gonna keep updates with her. But this is the point. We're gonna talk about her every day. We want to freshen everybody's mind. We don't want nobody to forget. And if it was your child, would you want us to do the same for you? Yes, you would. So
definitely.
for anybody who wants to be a hater and be like, oh, that's all y'all talk about. Well, if it was your child, you'd want us to talk about it every day. And that's all I got to say about that.
But it's just like you just said. If you talk about it, that's it lets the community know what's going on.
Okay, say that again, Larry.
Well, if you talk about it, it lets the community knows what's going on.
And that's exactly right. Whether they're on the live right now, whether they see the live later, or they see the replay tomorrow. Okay, there's all kind of videos of people to stuff like that. But see, that's not what we're focused on right now. We're focused on Alicia. This is what we're doing.
But no, it's just like every day. That's like my brother-in-law. He ordered some stuff today, and it came, and we got the two boxes in the morning, or the box and the letter, and I was like, I was just out there, and then the FedEx guy was out there, and he's like, I got some packages, and here it was from my neighbor. I had my hopes up, and then I was like, oh crap, it's for the neighbor. But it's funny because I get excited probably much as she does, but But it's
Larry
good, you know.
does get excited, y'all, because I was on the phone, and the truth of the matter is, when he seen the FedEx truck coming up the driveway, he took off running, made it halfway down the driveway because he was looking for those packages. That's how excited he is about this. I laughed
But
so hard.
I said, good thing I wasn't in town because the neighbors would have probably been laughing at me. Said, "What's that crazy guy doing running down the street chasing him?" But yeah, it's been fun doing this, and but you know, do you think I should drop the link? If somebody else got to come up here.
Yes, I do think you should drop the link because Mr. Don Ritchie is in the chat and Mr. Irvin Nell is in the chat. And we would appreciate it if y'all would come up and talk to us. Don's got some information on a good deal he come across and he's going to share with us. And myself, I think it's pretty exciting. But as for me, guys, I'm going back to chat so I can play in the chat with Lily, and I pray everybody has a blessed night and enjoy the show. So come on down,
But
Don. Come on down, Irvin now.
but no, the stream looked like it's working really good tonight. The links dropping in easy. It seems like it's working really well.
It doesn't sound good too. You are real clear.
Yeah, it seems like it's working really well now. Must have been a cloud over us.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hunting this weekend, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably go one more day, but if I don't see anything, I'll probably just quit. Michael and TR, they got 2 deers. We canned one and made jerky out of the other one, but you know, but I thought I'd go one more day. Maybe that one day, that's when I'll see that big buck.
Guys, Larry is very professional. You know the videos you see on YouTube when the guys are out deer hunting and they're like, "Oh, we got one there." That's what Larry does for hunting. It's a lot of fun.
But I don't want to scare them away.
Okay, yes, and that was the honest truth when Larry had the window open in the living room the other night and was hunting a deer out the window. Yes, he did. Let's hear it. Mr. Don Ritchie is in the house.
Hello, all.
Oh,
Hi, Don.
now. Okay, I'm going, guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, Don.
How's my? It looks 4 bars here.
You're good.
Okay. I did share it with Miss Blue Moon after I went to Walmart and picked up what I was sending to our angel. I had this feeling inside because I'd been looking at this internet service from T-Mobile, and it was pretty good about 2 weeks ago when I went in there and because I'm really frustrated with my current internet people, they've raised the price over the last 6 months 3 times, and they wanted to charge me $154 a month. Of course, I did have some extra packages on there like HBO and Showtime, which I hardly ever watch. And I wanted to share this if that's okay, Larry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So after I picked that up, something inside me said, you need to go over to T-Mobile, which is right across the street, basically. So I walk in there and I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? What kind of specials do they have? Because they always have really good smoking specials during the holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas. I got this new phone finally last year and what all. but I only pay for unlimited everything on my phone, and it'll never go up. And I have it, on a card where they draw it every, certain time of the month, the 19th or whatever it is. And it's only $50, unlimited everything, talk, text, data. That's the first thing. What happened? Where'd Larry go?
Go ahead, Don.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good. Just go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, I walk in and I had this good feeling, and I can't say it was the Lord or whatever, but after I put, got what I got for her at the card at Walmart, I walked in, and this young lady comes up, and I've talked to her before about it, sweet, and you know, people in, not very many, but people in there, and she remembered. And I said, I'm looking at the internet thing. She already brought it out because she knew I was going to do it, I guess, inside. She's pretty funny. And I said, okay, what's the deal? She says, okay, you don't have to pay the taxes on it. So there's no upfront money. It's only $25 a month. It's a 5G one piece. You don't need a router. It's all included. It's a little small thing, and service. And I like to fell over because I'm paying 50. Well, my phone is 50, and then now I'm paying 25. So my T-Mobile bill went up to $75. Didn't have to pay the taxes on it, like they did a couple weeks before when I looked at it, and no money out of my pocket. I walk out with a new internet service, and it seems like it's doing okay. Is it doing okay, Larry?
Perfect, Don.
Awesome. So, and the kicker is that they give you $100 car. Well, basically, T-Mobile gives you $100. I forgot to tell Ms. Bloomer about it. They give you $100, so your card, once you get it activated, which you got to activate it online with T-Mobile. So basically, it equates to 4 months of free top of all that. I walk out with a bag, with all this stuff, and you get 4 months free service also. It's like, and I was paying with Spectrum 100. They went up to $154. And I just said, thank you, Lord. After I walked out that store, I said, this has been an amazing blessing to me. I mean, all of us, are in different situations, but I think which I understand, T-Mobile's got the biggest service, even bigger than AT&T. I may be wrong. Since they brought in Sprint, supposedly their coverage is huge. And I stuck it up on I got a 2-story house, so I stuck it upstairs in the office, and the signal is smoking. I mean, it's the highest it could be. And I was happy to come on just to see if I was going to buffer or anything silly like I used to have. So it's the best decision I've made. And I think God blessed me for blessing our little angel. Just my thought.
Yeah, you're coming in real clear tonight.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Blue Moon, $25 a month. And they
Is
will
that
not ever
unlimited
raise
data?
unlimited everything. Same with your phone. I forget what they call it. It's the 55 plan or the 50 plan. Since I'm over 50, unfortunately. Excuse me. On my phone, I get unlimited everything for $50. You just have to have it. It's not prepay. If you prepay, it's 55. If you have it on, just a debit card or whatever, it's $50 a month, and they'll have a day that they withdraw. You'll know the day. They notify you on everything. You know, that's what I've been on since last December. And I got a beautiful phone, a Motorola Pure G, or it's an Android, and I love it. And so I walked in there, like I said, and I said, "What? So what do I owe you?" And she goes, "Nothing." And I go, "What?" You know, it was crazy, just a crazy deal. And I recommend, if you're paying way too much, like I was. I'm not working for T-Mobile. My daughter did back in when she was going to college, but I recommend you just go take a look at it. You know, it doesn't give me anything. I don't get any residuals off it, but I think it's just I'm tickle pink.
Are they
And you know,
are they moving
I'm
like
sorry?
all the telephones all to 5G?
Yeah, but sometimes I've heard that the 5G could be fifth generation, you know, because people are scared of 5G. I think they took the nasty 5G out. You know, as I don't know if I've talked to you about it, but you know, frequency is something very has an effect on us. And from what I understand, and I can't swear to it, but they've taken the bad 5G out during the Trump administration, because the effect of the Jabberdewy, because of what it's got in it, their whole thing was to affect people with that frequency, the bad frequency. And for example, in China, in one area, they tested it, and 90, because they were forced to have the thing, and 90,000 people hit the floor when they turned it up for just a very short time. And you know how many people live in China, but that has absolutely been reported by 3 people that I've watched and listened to. That's a sad what they were fixing to do to the world population was sick, absolutely sick. So, you know, I've got it upstairs. I'm not going to be because I had a board right next to me in the king's chair, I call it. But it's being silly. It's upstairs in the window, and I've got the best speeds. I haven't checked the exact speeds yet because I wanted to get up here. I just got it set up, and it's just one deal, no wires, no cable, no nothing. You plug it into your electricity slot, and the setup was easy. She set it up right there for me at the store. All I had to do is plug it in, go through a couple little steps, and then go to my smart TVs and reprogram them, which was very simple. And
Yeah, it sounds pretty easy.
it is very easy. Just make sure your rep, whoever you use, sets it up all there for you, and they usually do. I mean, I found their people to be very good. And so far, I mean, I've only had it up for what, maybe 20, 30 minutes, but it seems to be working pretty good.
Yeah, I don't hear you cutting out.
Well, let's not jinx it.
But no, I bought Edna a new Straight Talk, and when I started looking at them, they had their 4G, but now they got 5G.
Well, I've got my phone is 4G, and I bought it that way on purpose. I mean, that's probably why it was so inexpensive last year. But it doesn't matter. I mean, as I said, I don't know what was happening with that other program, but I'm glad I switched so far. We'll see as time goes on.
Yeah,
Plus
you sound good tonight.
Plus, you got 90 days, and you can take, if you're not happy, they take it back, and you have no out of pocket money at this point. I don't know how long that special is going to go on, but if you're interested, I find nearest T-Mobile store and have him explain it to you and see if it fits your needs or not. So anyway, that was my day today.
Well, I had a good day today. Like I said, I enjoyed it over at the schoolhouse with the kids.
Good for you.
So, do you got anything you want to share?
I really didn't have time to prepare anything. Just going by some memory from this morning, that Brazil is going to set the example, I think, for what this country is going to go through. Lily shared with me, which I've already seen, and it's a really good article from God dog it, I can't remember the name of who posted it, but it's the Bronson case, which we've pretty much discussed. That's coming up. And then also, from what I understand, and not just from one source, but like 3 sources, there's at least two more coming up behind that. Basically, doing the same thing. So I'm pretty confident that the Supreme Court's going to act in a appropriate manner. I mean, it's Constitution. It's not party. In fact, we don't have 2 parties in this country. We have a uniparty, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, there are some conservatives and there are some good people that we've got elected, but we're talking, what is it, 387 people that will be cannot run for office. They've proven themselves to be non-constitutional because we are a constitutional republic. We're not a democracy. And if that happens, boy, it's going to turn the world upside down. It's going to be beautiful.
I'm still here, Don. I'm listening.
Well, I was just, I mean, like I said the other night, if you can't see what's going on, you're not looking. I mean, again, what is it? The FTX, the trimmers, the drops from Elon Musk, like I said the other night, on Twitter. See what's going on, you're not looking. Again. Here we go. Irvin's up.
Go ahead and talk, Irvin.
Hey, I didn't have my turned up. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. Irvin. No, I don't hear Don.
Well, I'm here.
Oh, I see ya.
That's good.
So, how's your day, Irvin?
I'm sorry. I'm going to drop down, see if that helps, Irvin. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, thanks, Don.
Ouch. Or mute.
Irvin's in the yellow.
Yeah, I don't know what
Did that
happened.
help, Irvin?
No, I'm still in the yellow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still in the yellow. You got 2 bars.
So here, I'm usually in the green. I wonder what happened.
Now you got 3.
Okay, it's going up. That's good.
So how's your day going?
Hey, it's going pretty good. I just got home.
Yeah. You had a busy day?
Yeah, it was kind of busy.
Yeah. It looks like when I looked at the weather, it's gonna get pretty bad this week.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a snowstorm weekend.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a snowstorm, but I heard there was a tornado or something went through Louisiana or somewhere. It's like it's hard to tell what's gonna happen, but I figure if you're gonna get snow, you better have wood or some kind of heat ready. You got all green bars now.
Oh yeah, there we go. It was downloading something. I think Restream. Oh yeah, Restream didn't have my camera downloaded.
Yeah, it's coming in clear now.
Yeah, good.
I don't know
Good.
about me, but I know you're coming in clear.
No, you're doing good. Yeah, they're calling for. I think Saturday night they're calling for 3 to 5 during the day, and 1 to 3 Saturday night. So we're looking anywhere from 4 to 8 inches on the weekend.
Yeah, well, I watched the weather and they were saying, well, don't count inches, count feet. And I was like, oh, that don't sound good at all.
No, I watched the other guy out here, and they showed that the East Coast is supposed to get hammered.
Yeah, I figure we're probably due like in the 90s when we got all that big bad weather.
Right. They're talking about tornadoes down in Mississippi.
Yeah, I seen something about that, and then they were saying something about the waters leaving Mississippi. I was like, what's the world with, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, the Mississippi's drying up. What's that? The Euphrates over in Europe, over in that side of the world, that's drying up. Where's all this water going?
Well, it's probably working on this snowstorm we're going to get.
Yeah, I hope that's something. But our river is way down low. It's lower than it was in the summertime, and that's unusual here.
Well, that's like when I was feeding the cows the other day, and I moved them. I was like, man, this is awful early, the ground being as wet as it was, but I don't know. I just think it's early for the ground to be soft.
Oh, there Don just put up flooding the dams. That could be.
Yeah, it could be. That's what I said. We're all guessing what's going on, but I guess we just have to wait and, keep the faith with God that, we're all just guessing, throwing it out there. It's like, we don't know. Now you went back down to 3 bars.
Yeah, my screen went up a bunch of different colors, and then came back.
Yeah, that's what I said. These streams are hard to do when you don't got real good bars, and that's why I said I'm coming out to the greenhouse because there shouldn't be nothing even stopping.
I just hooked up to my internet in the house tonight to my phone.
I was talking to my son. He said I could hook up to a hotspot or something. It'd probably come in even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that would work or not. Like I said, I'm not really sure.
I saw a thing, I guess it was last month, that T-Mobile is supposed to be the only cell service that's supposed to hook up with them Musk satellites, Musk satellites.
Yeah.
in the future. Yeah. Yeah, they're supposed to have a contract with him already, and they said what that'll do, it'll make it like you have a sat phone all the time.
Well, I was talking about that a few months ago. Our town here, they got that Starlink and satellite stuff, and it was about $600 to get the stuff to set it up, but it was only $99 a month. But you can do everything from it, hooked to your TV, your telephones, everything.
Yeah, well, I've seen where some people are having problems with that right now. Everything new you have problems with.
Yeah, till they work the bugs out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I used to buy pretty fair new cars, and the time I would run that car, it'd be like it'd have problems, and then I could go down the street and buy a used car and never have trouble with it. It's like, well, somebody's already worked all the bugs out of it.
That's right. They get it fixed up and everything, and then they get tired of it, so they trade it in.
But I see you already fed your dogs. They're sitting there barking at you.
No, they're actually eating now. My female dog does that every night for the past 10 years. When they go in to eat, she'll eat a little bit, and then she'll sit there and bark at him while he's eating. I don't know why. And they have food down 24/7.
Boy, when you sent those pictures, I checked those pictures out. Man, I like to have a log home close to that water source.
Well, there's several of them along here, but the newest one that I know sold at the beginning of the year for $425,000.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
figured
only-
it'd be pretty. What's the nearest store close to that?
Well, we have a small grocery store in town where everything's 3 times the price everywhere else. And then we have what we call a mini Costco. What these people do is they go down to the Costco store in Mount Vernon and they buy stuff and bring it back and resell it in their store for a little bit of a markup. You don't need a club card or nothing. You just go in there like a regular store and buy it. The closest Walmart is about 35 miles one way.
Well, that still ain't too bad. It's just like here, our Walmart's 15 miles, but it's like when I used to drive to work, I'd drive 60 to 100 miles just one way.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a lot of people up here do that. They drive 35, 40 miles one way to work.
And you can wear a car out pretty fast when you're driving that far, but if you like doing that kind of work, it's just like me. I drove box truck and worked the furniture and stuff. And, everybody said, why do you do that? It's something I like doing, so that's why I did it.
Yeah, exactly.
know,
I moved up. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, they always told me if you go get a job, get one that you enjoy,
Yeah, that's right. That's why I worked driving a forklift for 35 years because I enjoyed it.
But that's like our farm. Everybody said, why do you farm? You guys run out of hay, but it's something I like doing, I like working with the animals. It keeps my joints going, I ain't sitting in the house eating, watching TV all day. So it just keeps you moving.
Yeah, that's just it. That's just it. Well,
Because if you just stop moving, then your body wants to not move.
Well, that's what happened to me. My arthritis got me so bad, my body stopped moving, and now I'm having a hard time. And then you gain your weight, and then you can't lose that, and so I'm trying.
But no, that's that's the way I was when and I said, man, I gotta get back to moving, and your joints start locking up, and then I had to switch my rheumatoid medicine. I was like having trouble, and that stuff ain't good on your stomach, and it eats your stomach liner up. And I said, well, I went and seen the doctor, and he's like, well, maybe you're allergic to it. But he ran some tests, and he's like, you stay off of it for a while.
Yeah, there you go. Well, the stuff I take from my gout's hard on my livers and my kidneys.
Yeah, when it's hard like that, and then you got to go get checked out every month or every 3 months just to get blood tests. If you're on that stuff, you better go get checked out.
That's right. I go every 6 months, and it's still good, so I'm happy.
Yeah. But do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Well, if you don't mind, when I talked to you this afternoon, I brought up a guy from the other channel, Zachary. I would like to say something. I would like everybody to go over to his channel, if you would, please, and give him some love. There's been people picking on him, saying that he can't do what he's doing because he's handicapped. He's not handicapped. He is different. He's a very smart young man and very knowledgeable. And he was the one that was on with Jeremy and them. He has his own channel. It's the Patriot something. And he does a very good job. I'd like to see him get his numbers up and everybody giving him some love because he needs it.
Yeah, I know Jeremy and Zach, I think they both do a good job. And, I think, that's where I said I'm already sub to him. But I didn't watch his last show that he had. I probably should have.
Yeah.
But yeah,
do you know his, so you can give it to Miss Blue Moon? She's asking what the name is.
It's Patriot something.
Yeah, it's Patriot something. Well, his latest one was he that's what I found out, that they're picking on him. There's people going on his channel picking on him, and it's not right because he's a very smart individual and very knowledgeable.
Yeah, I think and that's what I said. I think we should just quit hating, and we got to help each other because it's just like in the world. You wouldn't get anywhere if it wasn't for your mom or dad. Always you need help somewhere. And yeah, but I know Zach, and like I said, I see him on Facebook all the time.
Yes, Miss Blue Moon, do you have his channel? Yeah, he's a very good young man. I always like listening to him.
But that's like, Shane, I like going over watching Shane. And what's the other guy? Rove or not Rove? Can't think of his name right off the bat, but I like going and watching him too. But I'll
Okay.
think of it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good channels out there. I just think we need to help one another.
Yes, and that's what we should be doing. We should be helping each other, not bashing them and tell them they can't do it and all that garbage. That's just terrible. That is just a shame that anybody would do that to anybody. If you don't like what they're saying, don't go on their channel or just keep quiet.
But that's what I said. You know, we're all different, and that's like they say. Well, you gotta do it this way. You gotta change. You gotta change your platform. You know, go get you something and make your videos, but different. You know, heck, if they're raw, you know, there's nothing wrong with them raw.
Yeah, I don't have to change for nobody. It's your channel. You run it the way Miss Blue Moon had Edna to you to run it.
And that's what I said. They make really good mods, and you know, you shouldn't need a bunch of mods. You know, we're all here. We're supposed to fend for each other. You know, help one another. So you shouldn't have trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, we gotta treat people the way we want to be treated on these streams and these shows. You know, why used to be ugly? You know, we should be able to say, well, we got this person, we're all going to treat everybody the same, and you know, and just treat everybody like you want to be treated.
Exactly, and that's
Do
the way
you
I
know
live
what?
my life.
Don't Zach come on at 10?
I don't know when I just happened to catch his the other night. I don't get him regularly. I don't think he's done nothing for a while. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I ain't seen him for a while. But yeah, I'll go over there and give him some love as soon as I get off of here and figure out his schedule. But that's like me, you know, it makes it hard for me, but now it's figuring out I think, you know, it seems like around 7 or 8 o'clock it works the best for me.
Yeah. You know, this is what's a good time for me because it's right around 4 to 5 o'clock here.
Yeah, it just works out really good for me. But that's like, you know, I was trying to reach out to Chuck C. I just wish there was a better way. You know, you meet these people on these platforms. I wish there was a way you can reach out to them better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
You know, sometimes it gets pretty hard to reach out to them, and it's like, man, how do I get that person's number? Or does anybody know how to get a hold of them? But no, that's like Chuck C. There last week, I kept wondering how he was doing, and finally he reached out to me in a comment that he seen the show last night and he really liked it, you know. But you know, he usually comes in here once in a while, but no, I wanted to tell him if he needed anything, he could reach out to me.
Yeah, there you go. Good.
But yeah, his son's going through dialysis, and you know, if there's anything that I can do or anybody else, you know, reach out to us. We'll ask the community and see if we can help him, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I just didn't know how to get a hold of him. But I know he goes on Prepper 101, and Prepper 101 comes over here and watches, you know.
Yeah, I see his show every so often. Okay, let me see.
But
I'm trying to look up his channel right now. Zach channel.
okay. Yeah, that would work a little better for me, but I know I'm subbed to him if he's still got the same channel, unless he made a new one. but it was the Patriot something.
Yeah, and I don't have it in my subscription for some reason. And I checked the other when I saw him, and it said I was subscribed. Yeah, I don't have him here now.
Well, that's like, I was almost up to 200 subs there during the summer, and then I don't know if it's YouTube or what it is. They went in and unsubbed me from a bunch of them. It's like, why did he do that? It's like maybe they don't want their platforms growing, and it ain't growing the way they want it to grow. But then they'll pull them away, and then you got to go tell people and start practically for it's like YouTube, and you got TikTok. I think people that's got channels that's putting stuff up. I think if they do a video, you should at least get something like 3 cents or 5 cents for videos. Not. I'm just saying they got like you got to have 4,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers. I think if you're putting stuff out in videos, I think they should have to pay you something for them.
Well, when they start, when you get up to that, then they start putting advertisements on your stuff, and then that's where you start getting paid. It's when you get your advertisements.
But I don't got that many, and I've seen ads on my stuff 4 or 5 times.
Oh, okay.
But that's what I was wondering. If they're gonna put ads on it, you think they would have to pay you at least 3 or 5 cents each time when somebody clicks on it.
Yeah, you would think. Yeah, I don't know how that stuff works.
Yeah, I ain't either.
I watched one of my let me see how I can put this on here so it doesn't affect your channel. Little People Chasers was on. You know what I mean by Little People?
Yep, I watch them.
Okay, well the one they took all his channels down. They're starting to go after them. And another one they're starting to go after is the First Amendment auditors. They're starting to go after their channels because they don't want you to see what they're doing and how bad it is out there.
Well, that makes sense, but if you're trying to bring people together, and different things, show what way the world is, and I don't see anything wrong with just showing it's rough out there.
Well, okay, thank you, Miss Blue Moon.
Yeah, that's what I said. She usually will find it if yeah, she does a great job.
Yes, she does. I don't know how she does it because I'd never be able to find something like that.
Well, it's just like and it's harder than you think, especially in these streams. A lot of this is new to all of us. Heck, cell phones is so new to us. And about everyone you go get, it's a smartphone. They practically about got rid of all the flip phones.
Right, and yeah, they hand a smartphone to a dumb person. That makes sense because that's the way I feel.
But it's like I seen they was doing some advertising about the Obama phone, the free phone, and now they're thinking about doing that program and handing out smartphones. Is that a smart thing to do, or
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing.
it's like, what are they going to do? Make the phone bills go up high where you got to get one of those free phones, it seems like to me, so they can do the tracking or just to see where you're at to tell you what you can do. And, if you don't do what they want you to do, they'll just take your minutes away and you can't do any phone calls, texting. I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Well, they only give you 250 minutes anyway, and you burn 250 minutes up in 4 phone calls.
Yeah, and you're right about that. It don't take just a few minutes, but you just think if you use that for something like this, heck, you wouldn't be on there very long.
No. That's why you got to hook it up to a internet, and that's what I did before I jumped on tonight. I hooked it up. I just got this phone 3 weeks ago, and I didn't have it hooked up to the internet yet.
But it's like wherever you're at right now, and that's like where I'm at. We ain't cutting our heads. I mean, it don't sound like we got the phone out the window, and it's sprinkling here, and I'm in the greenhouse, but I mean, it's crystal clear coming through now.
Well, I'm sitting where I sit every night, but like I said last night, I didn't have it hooked up to the internet. I was just running off the cell tower. But I still don't know why. I still don't know why me and Lily J had a hard time getting on, because she's 3 hours south of me.
Yeah, I don't know that. And that's like the other night. It was hard to get Lily J and Don on the same panel. One would be on, one would be off, and it's like, man, they're playing cat and mouse.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And I was like, and then they finally got up here, but no, it's all good, but it's just hard to get everybody on the same page, and that's what I said. It seems like the stuff for Alicia, it's starting to work out. Everybody's getting on the same page, and it's just like it's running smooth right now.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's running really smooth.
So, Larry, how many more days do you have for hunting?
This weekend they gave us 2 days, and it's Saturday and Sunday, and I hold a either choice, buck or doe, and it's like the first day it was an easy day to get a deer, while I kept holding off, and second day, hold off. Oh, there's a big one here somewhere. But the first day that I done it, I set cameras up, and I seen some big bucks with down tines on the back, and I was like, oh, maybe it'll come through. And never seen it except that first and second day, but it was coming in at 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, well, I'll just hold off. Maybe it'll come in. And we just had vlogging done. So the third day when I went, it was just getting dark. And where we had the trees topped, or they took the logs out, well, I seen that big buck. He came out of underneath them treetops. And he must have smelled me or something. And he sneezed. And then it started getting dark. And then he came back up. The only thing I could see is his rack. And I was like, well, I can't see him. So, and then I got down out of the tree stand. And I said, well, it's dark. And then where he was sneezing, and I got to the top of the hill, there was like 50 does or bucks or does, and it was dark and starting to get dark, and it was just too dark to shoot, but they just ran right towards that buck, and I was like, man, they know when gun season, and it's like they can hide, and you can't. And it's like the one my son got. We walked through that same path, and well, I seen a buck on the other side, and I couldn't get a shot at him. And when I did pull the trigger, the gun goes click, and I was like, man, So I
Ah.
ejected the shell out and put another one in. And my son was like, well, he's gone. And then he said, I ain't walking clear over there. So he went back down and went to the same place where we walked through. And those deer stood right up. And I was like, how in the heck did he walk through there? And we both walked through there, but we didn't see them. They're just good hiders.
They're very good hiders.
But, and that's like, it's like the coyotes. At 5 o'clock and 4 o'clock, they just roam through them logging roads. And it's like, I'd love to go coyote hunting, and I've got everything. I got the calls, I got the mouth calls. I used to do it a long time ago, but I could never get anybody to go with me. And finally, I got a friend that wants to go. So I'm hoping to get to go a couple times this year.
Well, that'd be good. That would be good.
Cause see, they're all season. You can coyote hunt here, even in the summer or like during the hunting season.
Yeah,
And the groundhogs are they're all season. So, but it's just the deer, squirrels, rabbits, stuff like that. It's got its own season, and that's like I was telling Dawn. Here we got to hunt with a shotgun and with slugs. And we're not allowed any high-power rifles. You can use a high-power rifle to hunt groundhogs, but any deer hunting, you got to use a shotgun. But now they changed the rules where you can use these big pistol rounds, 450s, the 450s, 45-70. They're a big pistol round, what they are.
right.
And it's there's no comparison between a big pistol round and a slug. I mean, at 300, 200 yards, that pistol round travels pretty fast, and it's right on. A slug, you have to aim up pretty high to get it to go 100 yards.
Yeah, I know. I've shot them. Yeah.
But it's harder to get it's harder to get a deer, and that's why, I switched from a shotgun and I went to them big pistol rounds because it just makes it so much accurate and the bullet just travels so much better.
Right.
And that's like I was telling Edna, I was like, I like to get that in a big pistol round, and all my friends was like, you got to be crazy to shoot that in a pistol round. But I like to try it. I like to get one. Because it don't seem like they kick very much.
Right.
Especially when you get a big bore pistol. But it seems like it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I did my best sleeping out in the woods.
Well, that's like here, they say there's no cats here, but I've seen them here. Yeah, I've seen them here, but then that's like a few years ago. There was a guy down on another ridge. He had a couple pet black cats there, and he was going around and picking up like dead animals off the side of the road, and he was feeding it to them cats. And the sheriff went down there. They thought he was poaching them. Well, they got in and got in a big argument, and they had a gunfight like the Wild Wild West.
Oh, geez.
And it was awful. And then here, both of them was practically in right. He had the permits for the cat, but then they got into a big argument. It didn't go very well. They had the shootout, and the cop got hurt, and or the guy gets hurt. I just don't. It's just awful. You think if he had the right permits and stuff, you think they would have checked him out before they just rushed in there.
Well, that's just it. They want to show their authority, so they're going to do it the hard way.
And we got a lot of good cops out there, and that's like our community here. they do shop with the cop, and that's a really good thing. And they done it here last week, and like the two kids that we took in our home, they got to do that, and that was an amazing thing for them. And they enjoy the day. They get to go out and shop with the cop, and the cop treats them real well. And that's what I said. We got a lot of good cops, and cops gets the bad name, and they all ain't bad. They're all, you just have to, you got to introduce yourself, and you got to check around your community. That's what I said. All people ain't bad.
Well, that's exactly right. You know what the worst enemy to a cop is? Does anybody know what the worst enemy to a good cop is? A bad cop.
Yeah, that makes sense, but
Because then you get a couple bad cops out there, and then when a good cop comes along, everybody remembers what the bad cop done.
well, that's like community I work in, where I work both every day. That's like we would have people coming from over anywhere, and then they would come to our little dinky towns, maybe one or two doors, and then they get on the board meeting and they'd be like, "Oh, you guys need this," and then they get on the board meeting and they would make changes, and well, it uses everybody's money in town, and you know, it made things worse. And it's like they took the streets thing off, they turned them all one way, they took the taxpayers' money, and then they decided to get off the board, and they're having wrecks and stuff, and they just end up switching it all back there a few months ago. Well, about a year ago, and now they don't have that problem. It's like, why do they want to make people want to make changes when it was fine in the first place?
Right.
Yeah, but you're gonna have that. They don't realize, and change is good sometimes, but a lot of people they hate.
You're breaking up, Larry.
Okay, hold on. Maybe the battery's getting too low. Is that any better?
Yeah, it sounds good now. Oh, no, you're breaking up again.
Well, maybe I'll go out and come back in.
Yeah, that's what Miss Blue Moon says. Refresh.
Okay.
Miss Blue Moon, I black the blue too, but only the good blue. So what's everybody having for dinner tonight?
Is that any better, Herbert?
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Yeah, and it's like that with that refreshing. Why do we got to refresh like that?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's what I said. It's so confusing, and it's like, well, when you're on a stream like this, you wouldn't think you'd have to refresh that many times.
No, you sure wouldn't. But that's technology. It's great when it works.
But yeah, I just hope you guys can hear me now. It seems like it's working fine now.
Yeah, it is. It's working really good now. Again.
Do we want to see if Don wants to come up?
Yeah, let him come back up, and I'll jump down and let him come up.
Okay, that sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Larry.
Thanks for entertaining us.
Yeah. Hey, Don, why don't you come back up? I'm going to jump down, and you come up for a while. I'll see you all in chat.
But no, this just like how we're doing this show. I like where we can take turns, jump up and, talk a little bit, maybe let somebody else come up, I think that's the way we should be, where we can just let everybody join. A lot of us don't know what we're doing, and somebody else can come in here and maybe show us something new. But that's how a community, we don't have to believe what everything that everybody says, but it's just like I had to refresh, I've done it twice already, and it seems like every time I do it, it gets better. But yeah, I just like sharing the panel with everybody because they got a lot of information that maybe we don't know. And that's like Don. Don's got a lot of information. Urban, Miss Blue Moon, all you guys are good speakers, because everybody has some kind of other information. We're learning on the go, and it's just getting better every time when we practicing with it. But that's like last night, my son came over and we talked, and he's like, "Dad, I got you and Mom's Christmas gift. You want it?" And I was like, "Nah, you can wait till Christmas." He's like, comes in and he's got like this whole big studio set up for doing these lives. He said, "I know you have such good time doing this." He said it gives you something to do in the evening. I was like, "Yeah." I said, but no, we had a good time last night. It's something like if it's raining, it's something I can set up in a camper. And then if I ain't getting a very good signal, I can come out in the greenhouse. I can visit with my friends and our community we got here. I just enjoy myself doing it. But yeah, I just hope Don can come back up and maybe come up and say a prayer, and we can get out here and we can go to another channel and see each other and give the love. And when we go to somebody else's channel, maybe lift them up. But no, I just think that's the way we should be running this. And that's like when I can do videos to show somebody how to do something, or maybe something they want to do. I think that's the way YouTube should be used. And that's like I like music. I like listening to different music, picking it apart. I like certain artists, and you know I go to it's a new they've been on YouTube for a while. It's called New Breed, and I love their music. And he's came out with a lot of new songs, and I like picking it apart and listen to it. And there's a lot of new artists out there. They got so much more talent. They're bringing it to the people. You got New Breed. You still got Ryan Upchurch out there. He ain't as doing as much, but I love his music. And it's like he sings Holler Brothers, and he's got all kinds of stuff. And you got Savannah Dexter. She's doing a lot of different things. But no, it's just neat where we can intertwine in our thoughts. And I just think that's the way YouTube is going. And and then there's like I don't know. There's just a lot of different platforms out there, and there's a. I just think we can help each other a lot more instead of bringing everybody down. Well, I might as well put my face back up here. But no, there's a lot of new things. That's what I said. Uh, so do you want to? Oh, there's Lily J. She's back in here. Uh, Dawn's still in here. If you guys need me to drop the link again, I can do it. I'll go ahead and do it anyway. But yeah, I just want everybody to have a chance to come up here and speak if they want to speak. Right there's the link. It's working really well. And I can tell when it's running real well because the link goes in easy. But no, I just, I think we should all have a choice to, you don't have to come up here. There's Lily.
Hi, Larry, Atna, Miss Blue Moon, Don, Irvin, Tiffany. I don't know who else is in the chat room. Good evening, everyone.
Oh, I can hear you real well.
Oh, good. How are you today, Larry?
Oh, pretty good. Just trying to get different things done. And that's what I said. Every day we got our little chores we got to do and different things with our kids and grandkids and animals. I just think, every day, it gets busier and busier, but I enjoy coming on here and talking to everybody.
Well, it's
And
a blessing that we get to do that, you know.
and I
Um,
just want people to feel like, well, you can't come up here and talk, but I just think if we can show them something, that's where we got to start.
well, Larry, you know who you need to really have on your panel that is full of information is your wife, Atna.
Oh yeah, she was on here last night. Uh, yeah, she's got a lot of information. That's what I said. When she clicks her phone on, I like sitting there and just listening to it, and I'm like, well, I can just sit here and listen to it. And she sits there and watches the chat and different things, and she tells me what's going on and stuff. But yeah, she does a really good job. But then if you start watching and you start talking about it, and they're like, well, that ain't happening. But you just got to sit there and take it with a grain of salt and like, well, I see this and this, and but
Well, don't nobody know but God. So you can't say you don't see this. You know, I haven't seen this. I haven't. You're not gonna see it. That would be like
oh,
me going outside telling a robber what I have in my house. So they're not going to tell us everything. And
go ahead.
they've never told us. They didn't tell us when they were screwing us in our hind end. So they going to tell us that, you know, what they're trying to do to correct it? No, they're correcting things that have been done for thousands of years. And the only thing we need to do is sit back and wait. I mean, what's anywhere from a year to 4 years? As long as it gets cleaned up, is it going to be perfect? No. But is it going to be better? Yes.
Well, it's just like I seen the truck movement. I got into that pretty good. The truckers and I can't even remember what the name was. Uh, but Santa was running it down in DC and different things, and I got into it, and then I seen it falling apart and looking into information, different things, and then I sit there and watch the channel of Nancy Drew come up there to Santa down there, and they had that big meeting, and she goes, you guys got to realize they've came in here and cleaned a lot of this up. You know, they couldn't even walk up and down the streets, she says. And you're sitting there watching it and watching the interview, and you know, she's down there in DC all the time. She knows how bad it was, you know. And you know, I think she knows a lot more, and that's like the other day when she brought that out. You know, I think she realized how much they cleaned things up there in DC. You know, we ain't there all the time.
No, we're not. And, if somebody's out giving out, you know, if they're there, Travis and I talked last night, Miss Blue Moon, and we agreed to disagree, but we're not bickering about it. I don't know everything. He don't know everything, Miss Blue Moon. Well, we kick things out to each other, um, and try to, piece it back, you know. But I'm not gonna say, oh no, that no, 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 no. Um, it's a lot of things that's happening. Is it all out in the open? No, but you can see things that's happening. You really can. And so today, Trump came out on True Social. Well, T came out on True Social and like the superhero and said he's, going to do some big announcement or something tomorrow.
Yeah, I see that. You know, that's exciting to me, and it's like, what's he gonna say? You know, is this where we go? You know, where people's gonna be excited? You know, I'm just curious of what's gonna happen. You know, just hope God's guiding him, and you know, we're gonna finally start seeing things. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, we all have to keep him in our prayers and, you know, ask
Yeah,
God to cover him in the blood of Jesus, so we can
yeah.
get through this and after this, and he can, you know, come in and do what he's gonna do his 4 years, and you know, um, hopefully and pray that someone else comes in and finish up the job.
And I agree with you, and that's what I said. We just gotta hope that you know God's there with him, but you know, leading him the right way, and just leave it at that. You know, is and you know, just praise God that you know you go to bed, give him the thanks that he needs, and just try to wake up and give him more thanks when you get up. You know, and
Yes,
I just think that's where we should be because right now we don't know what's going on, and you know he's the only one that does know what's going on, and
yeah.
he'll just keep guiding us the right way. You know, could be could you don't be negative all the time. You know, we don't know, and that person don't have all the information. I don't have the information. We just got to put little parts together.
Well, the thing is, even if something didn't happen, if nothing happens until 2024, what are you gonna do? Lay down and die? No, you're gonna keep moving till we
Oh,
see something happen.
but you know, it's like if you don't do not now, you just lay down, and that's what they want you to do. You know,
They want you to
you
do that.
yeah, if you don't go to these school board meetings and these different things, you know, that's what they want you to do. You know, go there, stick up for your family, stick up for your community, go out and vote. You know, you can't make change if you don't go out and do it.
You got to do your part. You can't ask God for help and sit back and think, I'll just sit back and wait for it to happen. No.
But yeah, I always try to get out there and vote and just stand with the community. You know, that's where I think we got to be. And it's like, okay, it's like the other day, you know, it might have not have been in my community, but, you know, I went to town and I seen somebody struggling. I helped them out the other night, and that was a good thing on me, and it made me feel good. But I might have helped somebody else's life out doing that. That's the way I think we need to be. And you know, we all live different lives. We all walk in different shoes. But if you see somebody needs help fixing a car tire or changing it, or I tried to reach out to them, or if they need a part put on. But that's where you start in community.
Well, I have everything on my insurance and then the warranty and everything. And so I buy AAA every year. I use it for when I go out of town for hotels, rental cars, things. But I get four, services a year. The boys get four piece, so we have 12. And I've seen where, I mean, I've had to use it. I use it. If I see somebody down, I automatically use it because I know I'm already covered.
Yeah, our AAA works here. The way it works here is they give you three tows and the fourth one's free.
Well, all four of my toes are free.
Uh,
Um, so whether it's I need a jump, that's considered as one of the, we get four service, and so we have a total of 12. Um, my son that's in California, his friend had to go back home to Florida and his car wouldn't start. And AAA came out there and jumped the car and it wouldn't jump. And so he had to buy a battery. And so my son ended up buying a battery from AAA. So it worked out. Um, so the little things like that. I mean, you have to get up and do your part. School board meetings. I used to work for the school district, so I know what stuff's like. You have to stay, in the mix of your local area because we can't, you know, as General Flynn says, work in your local area because everything else, I guess it's too much for us to handle, I guess. I don't know. Um,
but that's like Edna. She worked in the school board. She was the cook, and then she was janitor and stuff. Uh, you got to get out there. I understand what you're saying. You got to get out there. That's the whole point.
and I think we're going to be okay. We're going through, um, I remember getting out of a class one night, water aerobics, well, one afternoon. And this is before when we started hearing COVID in different little places before we went into lockdown. And she says, you know what? This world needs a washing. We're going to get a washing, and it's going to be so much better after we get washed. And I thought about it that on the way home. I'm like, yeah, it does need to be washed. Um, what she, what she knew, I didn't ask her. I just say, yeah, we do, you know. Um, but I think a lot of people are waking up to what's been going on. Some people don't want to wake up because they like the carrot dangling at them. You know, give me this free, give me that free. So you're gonna have those.
But it's just like, they're saying the children, I believe the children's had a rough time, and there's missing children. And that's like today when I go, say if I go to the next city where they're just on the highway and you go into these rest stops and you see these children up there on these bulletin boards, and it's like, where are you at? And it's like when I went to Walmart, they got two of them put up there. Then I looked at that, and it's like you see their ages go from 5 to 20, and it's like, where's these people at? And it's going on,
Hmm.
but people people don't realize and open their eyes it's going on. And it's like when I used to go to my aunts and my grandpas and grandmas, we would get bread from, it was Nichols bread, and there would always be some missing child on there. And then when you went to school, were the milk cartons and at the stores, why did they quit doing that?
But yeah, because they didn't want you to know that how many was, missing, and they were continuing to, you know, to get the kids. Um, and there was a different kid on each milk carton. That was the crazy part about it.
That was a good thing. Why did we stop that? I think we need that. If somebody puts a soda out, a Coke, a Sprite, a Pepsi, a Red Bull, or whatever, I think we need that on every can. Every,
Yeah.
you know, it's a good way to advertise to find those people, and that's what I said. You know, if it was me, I like to see government step in. You got a missing child or whatever. Well, you got to print that on your can or your product so we can find these people.
There's a lady who worked for the airlines. I know her. She's a ticket agent, so you have to go into her in order to get on the plane. And they've caught at least 4 traffickers trying to get on the plane through Delta um, in the last 3 years. I'm quite sure it's more than that, but and the lady she works with have.
Well, that's like a few months ago, maybe about 40 or 20, about 40 miles. I'd say between 40 or 50 miles. And they broke a big one up there. And it's like, man, I couldn't believe it was that close to the house. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You don't realize it the cops are doing their job. Your local cops, they're really doing a good job. And it was like in the community, it was like, oh my man, it's that close to where I live. And it just makes you wonder.
Yes. Well, I'm going to jump back in chat. Larry, thanks for having me up.
Oh,
Um,
that's no problem. And yeah, if Dawn wants to come up here or Miss Blue Moon, want to call last call, we've been on here over 2 hours.
okay,
Uh,
well, I'm going to jump down. Thanks for having me.
yeah, thanks for coming. But no, Don, if you want to come up, or if you want to come up and say a prayer, or if you're ready to leave, or I just want to make sure everybody's got a chance to come up here, speak their mind, whatever they want to do, if we got to do one at a time, or whatever you guys want to do, you know, as a community, come up here, speak your mind, what's going on in the country, or I know we can't talk about a lot of things, but we can. It's just nice where we can come up here, and I just want to be honest with everybody. That's why you know they're probably like, well, why did he come on this morning and just for a few minutes to say, well, he got a package and he got a letter. I want to be honest with Sissy K and everybody. Say, well, I did receive your stuff, and you get ready because the 22nd's coming fast, and you just wait. You're gonna get to see this video of us lifting her hopes up, but we're standing where we said we was gonna help. But so what are we doing, Miss Blue Moon? We letting Dawn come back up, or there's I'll go to the back room. I don't know if you guys need the link again, but I'm gonna drop the link again. Yep, it dropped real easy. That's like when you're doing these shows, we don't realize, what we got to do, but it seems like when you get farther into a show, it gets better and better of things running smoother after we get it getting up, getting warmed up, and, it seems like it gets better. But yeah, I'll turn back to the back room. There's nobody back there. Uh, but no, I appreciate everybody helping. That's why I try to come on. But it seems like between 7 and 8, it just works better for me. But tomorrow, oh, there's Prayer Warrior. There you go, Don.
Hello.
You're here, Don.
Am I clear?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. You know what's funny? Since my dog chewed, I mean, my court concordance, like I said before, looks like it was been through 1, 2, life. But I just did a quick prayer since you asked me to pray out. And I'd like Lily J to, I prefer ladies to go first, but I just said a quick prayer and said, Lord, just show me something. And I just opened the Bible. And during my studies, I have it in red underlined through my lifetime. It open. That's what faith is all about. Without faith, fear has no residence in our hearts, minds, and soul. And that's what I believe. I opened it up and I read it. I made it here. And this is what I opened up my torn and tattered Bible. It's Galatians 1:10. And boy, does this fit. God is an awesome God.
Amen.
And this is the King James Version, given to me at a very young age. Am I now seeking the favor of men or of God? Or am I trying to please men? If I were still pleasing men, I should not be a servant of Christ. Wow. I don't know that pretty hard. And it's the truth. Lord, I just ask you, first and foremost, to bless all those that are on this channel and those that are coming, because I see them coming. And you've given me that vision, Lord. And I know it's true. Thank you, Lord, for that. Lord, I just ask that those that can give to our angel. And I love calling her our angel. Lord, if you know, you know. It's in your heart, your spirit, and your mind. As I said the other day, we are not humans seeking spirit. We are spirit beings living in a human body on this plane at this time. Lord, I ask you to bless our angel from the top of her head to the bottom of her feet, stealing your message, stealing Lily's deal, but anyway, I'm sorry. I digress. Lord, thank you for these people and for them introducing me to new people because each one and that they have suggested are good people, and I look forward to listening to Zach on his channel as Rob. It's Rob Vet something. I can't think of it right now. The Lord's speaking to me. Lord, thank you for all the blessings that you've given me and to those that are giving to our angel, because we know that you will bless us in equal, or in your book, you say times 10. So if you hear this, please, please, let's light this girl up. And I ask for her healing so she has a testimony that comes from her to tell the world that your hand touched her. Now, Lord, I know that's up to you. And I thank you for being my ultimate Father, my Savior, and the grace that you've given me through my lifetime. And I hope Larry's mission expands hundredfold to where we all come together in unity, a hand up ministry that expands not just here. Let us be our brother's brother, but be our brother's keeper. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Very good, Don. Very good.
That was
Well,
off the top
that,
of my
that
head.
was that was just awesome, Don. It was very awesome. And that's like Rob. Thank you, and thank you, Sissy K. And I could see it. We're coming together. You guys are trying to do all you can do, and don't think maybe you couldn't help this time. And I see we're trying to pull this together. God's building this, and I just, in my faith, I think He's doing all this. He's putting these people,
Absolutely.
putting them together. It just seems like it's coming together really well. And thank you all.
Hey, wouldn't if she's still with us, would Miss Lily come up, or even Irvin? I'd love to hear Mr. Irvin pray us out too. There's nothing wrong with the more prayer, the better. The more faith, the better.
I agree, and that's what I said. We wouldn't. I still don't think we'd all met each other. It. I think God's putting us together. God God said He can win. He don't need a very big army. This channel don't need a lot of people on it to win. I just we just got to be out there where we're willing to help one another. And I can see where it's starting to pull together. Our numbers 5, 6, 8, but I can see where it's helping, and it's like Shane, Rob, all them guys got channels. You can see different people they want the same thing we want, and I can just see them pulling us together. And if we can go over and give Zach a hand, go over and give Zach
Yes,
a hand.
sir.
Lift his hopes up.
Yes, sir. I agree.
And
Big things come out of small, righteous ideas. Okay, I'm trying to put the words together. I'm sorry. Big things come
you're
out of
doing fine.
small, righteous, godly, faith-filled things. And what proves it is that God moves with that, in my opinion. And in my faith, in my opinion, um, you could have ungodly, how do I say this? Negative vibe throughout. Yes, you may look big right now, but you will fall. And what God is looking for is, okay, not necessarily a church place, a church heart, a spirit heart. We are very powerful as each individual spiritually. In fact, I may put something together for you, Larry. I heard something. Well, I've heard a couple somethings about how powerful we are spiritually, and we need to awaken to that. And it's coming.
And
I believe. Go ahead.
it's just like you just said. It's definitely spirity, and it's like what you're saying, and I agree with that. We got to, it's just like you said. When we come together, we make each other stronger. We and
Absolutely.
that's we're making each other stronger, and we're lifting our hopes up. And I just think you couldn't say it any better the way you said it. We got to, and you can see it's practically the same as I do. You lift our hopes up, and tell them, you know that's like my buddy. He's always like, well, how's your day? My day's always good because there's always somebody in a worser shape and you are. And and that's like I said, every time you come on here and pray, it lifts my hopes up, and amen. And that's why I said I got some good people on here. They really lifts my hopes up, and I just think that's what we got to do.
Well, Larry, and I've said this time and time again, and I'll say it again. Whenever two or more are gathered in His name, He listens. You don't need 100. You just need two or more gathered in His name. He will answer your prayers. I believe that wholeheartedly in my heart. I am no one special. I mean, if you look at the story of Saul, God took him and turned him into Paul, and look what happened there. He was a disciple. He hated Christians. So he takes the imperfect and combines his perfect to let us know that his hand is in there. I guess that's what my point is trying to be. When you realize that there is a hand of God in your life and you raise your vibration to who God really is, who lives within each and every one of us in our DNA. We're very special people. Not that I'm special. I'm just saying we're very special people with energy that we have to grab and hold on to, but believe and have faith in Jesus Christ, our Savior, and God above, and the Holy Spirit. And take some time in prayer. You may call it prayer, you may call it meditation, or you can call it both. That's just where I'm coming from. I want to
No.
keep a high vibration, and that's it.
And that's what I said. You definitely bring high vibes here, I think you do a very good job.
Well, I subscribe to this Zach guy. Do you know when he comes on, or is it every day, or whatever? I'm
I think
curious
he
to see
comes
him.
on at 10, don't he? Don't it say 10?
Central, 10 Central. I didn't look. I just prescribed or subscribed. Prescribed. Yeah, that's
Well,
good
yeah,
medicine.
if you go to his thing, there'll be like little bells and the notification thing, and then you push the top one. Every time he comes on, you'll get it automatically.
And if Lily's still on, I'd like to. I'm going to call her if she's available. I know she's busy. She's got company. I'd like to talk to her for a couple minutes if she's still on listening.
I think she's in chat.
Okay. And if she would love to, she's amazing prayer warrior. I mean, amazing. And I'll drop
Yeah,
down right now. I'll drop down right now. And if she's come up, come on up. But love you all. Thank you.
love you too. Thank you, Dawn, for your hospitality. Yeah, I think she's still here. If she wants to come up and do a prayer, yeah, she's welcome. Miz is saying last call. So let me know in the chat, Miss Blue Moon, if she's coming up. At least somebody let me know. But yeah, like I said, I couldn't do this. I got a lot of people stepping up to the plate and willing to help me, and I appreciate that. I'm trying to look at that little small chat thing up there. Maybe I should kick the back room off and go into the chat. So is she coming, Dawn? Well, she must not be in here, I guess. See you guys on the next one. Thank you all. Well, we went almost 2.5 hours. I'm sorry to take up your time. But I think we're doing a good job, and just keep going forward. Thank you all.